Guys, it's me, Manu Brown, back with another video. So today we're gonna be playing. Today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to be good at Super Doomspire. I don't know. I'm gonna make a couple parts of this video for you guys to see. Wait a second, guys. I'm just gonna quickly equip our start troops. So I'm just gonna be getting into depth about what are the best weapons in the game and what are the worst. Okay. So first I'm gonna be talking about something called a skin. What are weapon skins? Basically, this is a little story from me. The first actual weapon I bought in this game, besides the Star Sword, is this weapon called the Stack Markers. I thought this weapon was better than my starter sword, but the thing was, nope. This weapon ain't better than my starter sword in the slightest. Let me explain. Okay. First things first, so if I go down, there are these weapons. Here's my starter sword, and look at this. Stack Marker says, in brackets, sword skin. What does this mean? Okay. This basically means there are some weapons that are basically just duplicates of your starter weapons. Like this sword dark. Basically this does nothing but just makes it look different. Classic sword, sword skin. Candy cane, also sword skin. This is not a sword skin. So it says in brackets that it's a sword skin. That it's a sword skin. But there are some weapons that are skins of other weapons. This is the Fireband, and this is a skin of a weapon called the Fire Sword. This. And this is also a sword skin. So some skins are just basically, here's the thing. Skins are just basically cosmetic. Skins so you see this weapon called the Colossal Blade. This, you have to get 5,000 credits to buy. And you guys are like, oh no, this is gonna take me so long. Well, this is actually a skin of the Great Sword. That is right here. This costs 2,500 credits. Yes. By the way, the Great Sword is a highly overpowered weapon. So that's the thing. Here's a scope shot. Wait a second. The scope shot skin is the scope shot dark. Basically, the scope shot dark, it costs 5,000 credits, but the scope shot costs about 3,500. I can't really remember. But okay. So now I've explained the principle of skins. Now I'm gonna be showing you the worst weapons in the game. Number one. Okay. Normally, if this was a normal game's worst weapons blah 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 thing, it would be something related to I don't know, the starter weapon being the first, but no. The starter weapon is actually a good weapon. I've been playing this game for a while or so, and I've played multiple times with these starter weapons, and they are known to work highly effectively. Okay. So first, let's talk about rocket launchers. So, in my opinion, the worst rocket launcher is this thing, the arm cannon. This says awesome to your butt. Okay. Basically, for a normal rocket launcher, I'm just going to quickly equip my normal rocket launcher. For a normal rocket launcher, for a normal rocket launcher, you can just do this. It just clicks. You gotta wait until it reloads, and that's all you have to do. But for the arm cannon, this thing has phases. What do you mean by phases? Basically, look at this. There's this tiny little ball phase, and if you hold this, you get another phase. This is a good weapon, but the problem was that you have to hold this to actually get the max charge. Yes, this thing's jump is insane, but seriously, that is not a good price to pay for the fact that this thing takes time, and in this game, time is not a thing that you're gonna actually be waiting for. This game is a game, those types of games where speed really matters. About like these women take 1 second to reload. Normally for like, I don't know, whatever game that takes more like a minute or something to reload, it would be like nothing. Now the thing is, like in that 1 second fraction, you can actually get killed easily. Like you can get killed effortlessly. So, and also another debuff of this weapon is that this thing is the first mode. Wait, what the? This is the second mode. And third mode is actually the only mode that can destroy blocks. Why is this thing so needed? Well, basically, it's because destroying blocks is basically like this game's main game mechanic. Like 90% of these games, like look at this. Did you see that? I was trying to kill that person with my rocket launcher arm cannon, but did you see how long it took me to finish that person off? And I didn't even finish it. Okay. So the second worst, in my opinion, of the rocket category, is probably gonna be. This is gonna be like a little bit of like in my opinion, like a decent weapon, the frost staff. Basically, this weapon is worse than a normal rocket launcher. This is worse than starter launcher. But here's the feature this thing has. This thing's feature is that it makes people soar. This is a good weapon. Like if you say you're like a pro at this game, but for starters, this weapon is gonna be crazy hard. This thing doesn't even give that much damage. Okay, now we're moving on to the best rocket launchers. Best and also cheapest. Okay, so I got this weapon called the Lunar Dragon. This is my main rocket launcher. And the thing is, this skin costs 6,500. But if we scroll a little bit down, we get the Shadow Dragon. Its original thing. That is basically half of this thing's original price. This weapon is overpriced. What? Okay. This thing has only like a little bit more reload time. Okay. This thing gives one of the most useful effects in the game. The burning effect. Basically, if like your enemies get hit with this, they get like the 70% damage, and also they also get like they also get burned. Basically, this is like literal burning. They have like an effect for a limited amount of time, and that effect is like there. And the effect is they get burned. You know that effect I was talking about, like the freezing one where you can't move. That's only for a limited amount of time. So is this. And by the way, another thing you gotta acknowledge is the hitboxes are perfectly broken in this game. Like hitbox. Okay, I'm trying to demonstrate how this weapon is used. Please stay right there so I can demonstrate this weapon. Boom. Okay. Now see, this guy is taking 1 damage, and now I can just do this. Boom. He is down. This is my first overpowered game in the weapon, I meant, in the game. Okay. So here's in my opinion, the second overpowered rocket launcher. This thing, the Crystal Blaster. Basically, this rocket stays in the air for about 96 seconds, but it's super fast. And does extra damage like this. It's actually a pretty nice weapon. Oh no. And we got the laser cannon. This is actually like my second mostly used weapon. Basically just purpose of the fact that this thing fires 2 shots. And because the rocket hitboxes are broken in this game, this weapon is kind of actually overpowered. Okay, when I even started this game, the rocket hitboxes are like so broken. But the thing is, did you see me getting KO'd by the rocket like a second ago? Okay. The thing is, I was not even close to that. I was like 5 studs away from that thing. There are also a couple other things I have to kind of mention. And this weapon is good because, you know, like if somebody gets in the middle of those 2 because of these hitboxes are broken, they will die. Boing. Okay, so now my third or fourth, because like these 2 weapons are perfectly interchangeable, is the scope shot. This weapon is looks terrible and mostly outshadowed by these weapons, but this thing is beautiful. Why? This thing is basically what I call the one-shotter. This thing can instantly one-shot like anybody in this game. And here's like one of my strategies that I use with this weapon. I first get like a bomb that can destroy like a lot of like stuff, and second I use this. Why? Yeah, okay, wait a second, I'm just gonna get some distance. And this is why I use this weapon. Because of its speed! This thing's speed is amazing. Plus its damage, yeah. But the only one thing this weapon is terrible at is probably like using this weapon as like using this weapon you know, to break blocks. So that's why I pair this up with like a good bomb. Second, we got on the 4th place or 5th, I don't know, whatever. We got double glider. This one is like decent on my list, but this weapon is crazy overpowered. Okay, but the only one thing is that this thing gets damage while it flies in the air. One problem: this thing flies upwards. This thing actually has real life physics in it. And the problem with this, it makes it slightly tricky and hard to aim because you cannot just aim in a straight line. That means you have to actually be in a distance close to your target. Or if you just aim it for the sky. And by the way, I'm just gonna add some sound into this. So I'll tell you why I put this like so low on this game. Okay, let's look at this. You can like hear this weapon from far away. This weapon sound is very like noisy. That is the one problem. And here I got the last weapon on a rocket tier list. That is, where's the whole line of 2 swords? This is the last on the oh wait, I forgot this thing. This is awesome. Basically, I'm just gonna explain this weapon quickly. This weapon is a good weapon, but the problem, it does 50 damage. That is actually a good amount of damage actually. This thing is fast, it's good, but the one problem is you cannot rocket jump. Basically, if you jump, you saw that I took damage though. This thing actually inflicts damage to yourself. And like, that is the only downside of this weapon, is that like if you do this like carefully, like with full HP, this would be kind of helpful, but not that much really. Now for the last weapon on this video related to the best rockets is the best rocket. Okay, I'll explain. This rocket is basically like, I call this the slow 2000, but this has one ability. That is his master ability. Okay, The one problem I have with this weapon is that, yeah, you saw me doing that cool thing. But the problem is, you are totally defenseless in that. By the way, you know the thing I said about like split seconds really mattering? Well, this is when it matters. You are totally defenseless in like this animation pose. You see that? You are perfectly defenseless. And this makes it like hard because you got the weapon reload and this thing's reload. So like, yeah, this is the only weapon in the game that has like a special move. It's the only rocket in the game that has actually like a cool special move. But the problem with this is the fact that you're perfectly defenseless. And by the way, this is perfectly terrible to like use for purposes like jumping like this. It's perfectly useless. That's it actually. And guys, I think that's gonna end this video. Bye guys, and have a nice day.